Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? It's Thursday, and I've got Evan from the CBD Gurus. And I did not play our little banner thing on the front end because I am going live on YouTube. And when I do that, they ding us. Even though I have permission to use that music, they tell me that we're not supposed to use that music that I used for 15 seconds for the intro. So that throws the algorithm off. I mean, for real. I mean, I pay to use that, and they still tell me that it's copyrighted. So yeah,
Interesting.
you gotta love YouTube. People can sing other people's songs and put all kinds of music on there, and then I get dinged for a 15-second like doorbell sounding thing.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but
Our whole world does not make sense right now, Evan.
no,
What do you think?
no, it does not. At least we have CBD, right?
Oh my gosh. I just have to tell you, my life is so much better with that product in it. And it's not about, if any of you are tuning into this for the first time and you've never used a CBD product, I'm just going to tell you from someone that's had years of back issues and sinus and allergy issues, and I'm still fighting whatever I got from being in the middle of a hayfield 3 weeks ago. But when I ran out of super immunity drops, y'all, and I'd forgotten I still had some of the immunity capsules. So last night I loaded up. And I know we really shouldn't take those after 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon because they can make some people stay awake. Well, this is
Most
where
people know, but
when you start knowing your body and you've been
yeah,
using like the Delta 9 gummies for a while, what I did last night when I took 3 of those at bedtime, I I usually bite a Delta 9.5. That's my dosage that makes me sleep well and it helps with the inflammation in my back. So I'm just telling y'all what I do. I'm not preferencing that this is what you should do. But I took 3 of those knowing that they could possibly keep me awake. I bit about 3/4 of the Delta 9 last night to offset that might want to, keep me awake or make my body go into, fight mode and might would wake me up. I just did a little bit extra Delta 9. And
yep.
this morning I actually got up and I have coughed and got every stuff in my head is actually coming out of my head. And I know that's nasty. Sorry, y'all, but you love me instead, in spite of my bad self. It's actually moving instead of just staying clogged up like it's
Yep.
been doing for 3 weeks. Well, the first week or two, I was doing pretty good because I had the immunity drops and I ran out of them and forgot to order them. So my bad. And then I was digging up in the cabinet last night thinking, I know I have to have something that's going to help move this before I get to needing an antibiotic. And y'all, I was so excited. I found my immunity capsules. I'm just saying. So that's
So
my,
don't run out.
huh?
So don't run out, right?
No, please don't
That's
run out.
I tell everybody. I know some people. Oh, I'm low on this or low on that. That's why if you can call earlier, then usually the shipping goes smooth. But not every. We can't hand deliver them all, and you never know with UPS or USPS how quick it's going to get to your door. So if you can try to order a little bit before you run out of things, try to plan ahead. But I know life gets busy, especially in the summer.
And if you
But I have
want
people,
chocolate,
we don't have expedited shipping just because it's too hard to keep separate. And if we have 200 orders in a day and, these have to go, and then, some people get priority over other people. Maybe down the road, maybe we'll do that, but yeah, don't run out if possible, and hopefully we won't run out of stuff too. And that happens on our end too. So that's why I tell people, if you like something, stock up on it if you can.
yeah, that would be my tip on anything. And from you owning a health food store, I know that you can probably back this up, Evan. When you're dealing with a U.S. trying to stay in the small business side of things, but yet growing into a larger business, y'all,
Yep.
they swapped warehouses in the last 6 months and you wouldn't have known it. I mean, orders still
Yeah.
came through. It still moved very
Yep.
fluid.
I
They
even
didn't.
went down there and helped him move. And yeah, I mean, John and I and Matt and, obviously Lucas isn't in this area, but, yeah, I mean, we did a lot of just the moving of the shelves in 8 hours. and they had someone still doing orders. So there was a little bit of a, it wasn't seamless, but it was pretty much seamless. You would never know. And the new warehouse, I don't know how we ever fit in the other one, because the other one, new warehouse is full. I mean, a lot of product in there and a lot of moving parts, and we're getting busier and busier. And a lot of that's because of shows like this and people referring people, friends of friends. That's why I always tell people, if you watch Trina's show and you have a friend that doesn't watch Trina's show, just tell them to call them and use her discount, and then you get some freebies with it too. Which
Exactly.
we have really good freebies right now, like we were talking before the show. It'll change tomorrow at 9 o'clock, just so you know. So if you like this week's promos, I would jump on them today. Call me today or tomorrow, or go on the website and do it, because it will change tomorrow. I'm not sure what, and people always say, "Oh, you know," I really do not know. I
No, it's
just do my
whatever Matt wakes up and thinks he
yeah.
wants to throw up there, and he
I
has
do
too
my
much of
job
in the
on
warehouse.
I do my job here, and I have a lot of calls, and I do a lot of wholesale stuff too for stores, especially now with being where we're Minnesota, weeds being legalized. So we're doing a lot more of the THC gummies on the in the stores. So I'm really busy with that now too. But yeah, no, it's I don't really know in advance till you guys know in advance. But if you like the special, don't wait, because I have people, well, can I go back to last week's? No, sorry, we just can't, unfortunately. So, and Trina will go over the discounts or I guess the freebies and the promos that we have up, but they're really, really good. One thing is, I'll tell people we are out of this Lion's Mane gummies with CBG still. They ran out last week. We sold a ton of them last weekend. I think it's because the wave of when we got them in, it's 2 for $70. I think everybody ran out at the same time because we were out for a while. We do have some capsules, I believe. Double check here. The Lion's Mane capsules are still in stock. I know those are super, super low. I had somebody order 24 of them this morning. Those don't have the CBG, but if you want Lion's Mane, call or go on and order today within the next couple hours. Otherwise, we're going to be out by tomorrow. I know we are. I think we get the gummies in by late next week for Lion's Mane, but don't quote me on that. We'll find out when it comes in. I think they're being made this week, but people don't want to run out of that. And Lion's Mane is good for memory, focus, weight loss. When I owned a store, I know I've talked about this. When I had a nutrition store for 10 years, one of the main ingredients in every fat burner, there's no miracle pill, but every fat burner was Lion's Mane. So it is a really, really good product for, without any type of stimulant. Not that we don't like caffeine. We all have coffee or whatever. But it does give you that mental focus and that mental edge to, just perform a little bit better, and obviously, hopefully be a little bit more active, and then you burn more, and everything works better then. And then hopefully you take your sleep gummy and you sleep good, and then the next day starts off just as good the next day. But I know we're low on those, but get in there and make sure you stock up on that. Next week, make sure you tune into the show. We do have some new products coming out. I'm not going to say what they are, but we will have more on that next week. There's probably at least 2 of them. And then make sure you keep updating and go on to Trina's webpage this weekend. One of them might launch. I'm not I don't want to say what it is because I want to make sure it's on the website before. But next week by next Thursday for sure, we'll have more information. But keep an eye on the website.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Evan. A couple of quick things that he mentioned just now is the Lion's Mane being in a weight loss. I have taken the weight loss capsules from the CBD Gurus. They do a great job of really curbing your appetite. I mean,
Yeah,
what I usually
Garcinia.
get a whole plate of food, my portions can be cut back, and I don't feel like I need to go get seconds of anything. So I've noticed that with those, and he didn't mention that, but what I want to go back to is him saying that. It triggered in my head the other day. I thought, man, I just wasn't hungry at all. I made sure I took 3 of my Lion's Manes throughout the day. So by dinner, they had been in my system all day, and I wasn't hardly hungry at all.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even thought about that till you said that. Excuse me.
Yeah, and the weight loss product has the main ingredient in the weight loss has Garcinia cambogia. I mean, that came out a couple of years ago, actually probably 3 years ago. It's a plant-based appetite suppressant. So no stimulants, but you definitely, if you want something, you still need to eat because you need to keep your metabolism going. But some people need to just eat less. But and it helps with cravings. If you're falling into that neck of the woods, definitely try the Garcinia. The Garcinia is very, very good. Like I said, it's plant-based. Google it. I know some other big shows talked about it, but the main thing in there is the Garcinia, and it does help with appetite suppressant. So you eat a little bit less, can make a big difference. Retain enough. You retain less water with the inflammation through CBD too. So, and that's in there also. But we do sell a lot of the weight loss capsules, which are what are they? $25, I believe. $25 for 60 capsules. You probably want to buy 2 bottles right away just to make sure you do it right. Because you want to do 2 to 3 pills in the morning and 2 to 3 in the afternoon.
And the other thing that he was talking about earlier and talking about buying to anything that you've used or you need in your system that you hear us talk about and you think, oh, I'll just get one of those right now. I'm going to tell you, because of the way the postal service, number one, because all of their shipments come from Colorado, where it's made, to Minnesota, and then from Minnesota out to you. And because they do small batches to keep it the best quality. And I will tell you, I've had people here in Arkansas that have their medical marijuana cards and they go buy theirs at the distributors. Well,
Yep.
I'll give them some of my little sample packs of like Delta 9 or Delta 8. And I've even gotten my Miracle Gold down to where the bottle's about empty, but they could get 2 or 3 doses from the Miracle Gold and give it to someone. And the quality of the product, and I know that y'all think I'm just trying to sell it. I'm not. I mean,
No.
this is factual from people, and I don't have my card, but from people that have their card and try the CBD Gurus product, they receive better health results than they do just buying it from a distributor here locally, because a lot of these local distributors, this is brand new to them. They've
Yeah, a lot of
never.
it's fillers too, and there's no fillers in our stuff.
Yeah.
Before I even knew CBD Gurus, Matt reached out to me with my store. I did some purity testing on the back end without them knowing, and I had 4 different brands, and 2 of them weren't even close. One obviously mentioned, and the other one was all right, but the price points, the customer service, and then the purity on ours on the CBD Gurus were the best by a long ways. And they've grown so much since then. They didn't even, that Matt was what we weren't big. They weren't big on the internet at all. We were doing a lot through the store towards the end, and he was doing stuff. But now, we're continuing to ramp up, and we'll ramp up more and more with all the good products. And he has way more diverse line of products than what we did 5-6 years ago. But yeah, their purity is very good. And there's CBD companies out there everywhere that have big athletes behind them, things like that. Some of them are right, but not to ever rip a competitor, but I know there's a local one here that thinks it's big, and that I heard that went under this last week too. And you never want to see that, but there is a lot of them that people just think that it's easy. I'm gonna get in. I have a bunch of land. I'm gonna go out there and kill the CBD market. It's not easy, but these guys, Matt and all those guys, have been working on this for over a decade. So it's not like they started it 2 years ago. It's a business. It doesn't happen overnight. Nothing good happens overnight, as we well know. But these guys, even before I was around, have been working on this, and now they're nationally known. And I have phone calls from Texas, Arkansas, Iowa, South Dakota. I had a couple, Maine yesterday. I mean, and people order online, but it's just what I see on my phone is not even a lot of Minnesota. It's all over it's mostly everywhere else in the U.S., East Coast, West Coast. But yeah, back to what you said, very, very good products, good purity.
And I think that it's probably one of the only companies in the last 2 years, because I was a customer before I was affiliated with them. I got a different discount from using someone else's code. And then I reached out. And so when y'all call Evan and place your orders, I text Matt and place my order. So just to let you know that the Lord actually opened a door, because I've been able to help some of my family and friends actually wean themselves away from pharmaceutical pain relief and things like that. I love what I am hearing and how they're doing. And they've even been able to back down their CBD doses because of how pure this is and helps their body. You know,
Yep.
if you did Miracle Gold 4 times a day and then you get it in your system to where your system's flowing better, they've been able to back down to 2 times a day. And
Yep.
that's just awesome, y'all, to hear that people are able to get inflammation under control. And
Yep.
for not that I'm not plugging CBD gurus, but if y'all aren't really trying to figure out how to ground yourselves daily for 15 to 30 minutes, start using these products and then start grounding yourself, because these products actually come out of the dirt. Go back to the basics. We are dirt. We came from
Yep.
dirt. Our body requires certain connections with that, and our minerals are stripped. Our produce and things that we get from the market, we do not get minerals like we should. And our bodies, we're having to take so much that is healthcare product or vitamins and minerals
Yep.
and supplements. Couldn't think of the word. Didn't take my lion's mane this morning, y'all. It's
Yep.
showing. Um, but the minerals that are so depleted from our food and the value that we get for our
Yep.
systems, it's just pitiful, because that's why the scripture told them every 6 years they take the 7th year off, because the dirt needs to replenish in minerals, and we don't do that. So I'm just putting that out there for a little bit of a health note period, but always keep two of what, or order two at a time, where you have a backup supply in case they are running short at the warehouse, or your neighbor needs something, you can pass it on to them. I mean, just I'm not trying to sell stuff. I'm trying to make you be thought process the thoughts on that you're going to want that, because when you run out, you're going to say, dang, I've been keeping that in my system. I've been feeling great. My energy's up. So I want to put that out there. And two other things. This is on their specials they decided to bless all of their customers with. If you buy enough of a portion of anything to get the foreign currency. If we said it last week, I'm going to reiterate it again this week. Iraq has set their budget. It's done. We are really, really close. If you want foreign currency and you need CBD, this is your day to order. Like, don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait till lunchtime. Place your order, because this is important. And I had one of my audience that is a friend of mine also. We had a conversation about foreign currency, and their only foreign currency they had received was from the CBD Gurus. They had never purchased any. And I'm talking, and they go, oh, well, I've never seen foreign currency. I just gave that to my kids to play with. And I'm like, you might want to go get that back. We started
I know who
talking.
that is. She actually called me the other day. Yeah, she told me
Exactly.
that story. If you say her name, I'll know it. But yeah, I talked to her yesterday or the day before.
Yes.
Yeah, she thought
I'm
it was
not going to say her name because
Monopoly
I didn't
money.
get permission. but but I told her, I said, yeah, if that is Bolivar, that's kind of the dark horse. That's a 1 million Bolivar. And she
She's
goes,
got
I
some
think,
more coming in the mail now. So
yeah. And she goes, well, I think I got 10 of them. And I said, girl, you need to go get those back from the kids, or the kids are going to be better off than mom and dad.
yeah, 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 I heard that story. Was going to share that with you earlier, but I forgot. But yeah, it was a funny story, and I get people that I ask too about it. And they're like, "Oh, and what is this?" And then, like I said, I listen to you guys' advice and everybody else. I'm busy with my job, so I hear a lot on the phone and stuff on the currency stuff. But tune in for Trina for updates on that.
And we're
And
going to have,
obviously, you'll
for
hear about
anybody
it
that's
first.
watching today, tonight, we're going to have a fabulous show. Dallas is going to hang out with us, and he's been on the phone with some of the bondholders this week. So he's going to give us some fantastic updates, like
Awesome.
on point ones. But the other thing I wanted to say is, for any of you that's followed me for a while, I'm friends with Nurse Lynn. She's been on some of our Thirsty Thursdays and helped me co-host a couple of times. She is an RN, has been for 30 plus years. Her daughter had a baby like 2 weeks ago, and they did all natural. They went to a birthing center, and Lynn actually got to deliver her grandbaby. I mean, that's just so
Wow.
cool. And she said it was the best experience she's ever had in her whole life. But with that being said, her daughter did not do anything that wasn't natural. I'm just going to leave that there because I'm not going to get into the whole. But for any ladies that's ever had an episiotomy, you know that's an issue. Well, she's trying to handle everything naturally. So Lynn had used the Miracle Gold on cuts and abrasions before. And the baby actually had a spot or two that was kind of like an eczema on his skin when he got here. And they put, a little bit on their finger and then just rubbed it. And within 2 days, it was gone. And then the daughter started using that. And she is healing. Like, it's 2 weeks old and wasn't getting any better. And then she used that on her tear and is healing. Like, in 2 days, she goes, Mom, it's so much better. So I'm just telling you, Miracle Gold is great for the inside as well as externally.
I hear more and more outside stories, external stories lately than I've ever thought I would. I never even thought of using it that way until I heard people doing it, and some stories like what you mentioned. So it's Miracle Gold is by far, I feel, the best product everybody can take. Doesn't matter. There's nothing in there that's gonna make you fail anything or anything like that. I tell everybody do a full drop twice a day. It's my top seller that for repeat business. It's something like a daily vitamin. You should take it every day.
Yes.
Keep your inflammation lower in your body. Everything works better. That's what that does in a long story short way of explaining it.
Yes. I have someone right now texting me, Lou, I'll get with you after this show. They're texting me going, if I can get my CBD and still get some Bolivar, I want in on that deal.
So this is the time to do it.
I have someone that will be calling you after I get off this and talk to them for a minute. But awesome. Let's throw up the deals that are today's deals for right now. Let's see if that came up. Nope, I messed it up. Welcome to my world. Okay. Let's see. This started June the 9th, and it will go through tomorrow. And we have a 25 plus order gets 250 Iraqi dinar. And this never includes your shipping and handling. It's just your order. 50 plus gets you dinar, dong, and bolivar. And 100 plus gets you even more of all three of those. 150 plus gets you all of them, even more of them, and an 8-ounce. That's a $25 freebie right there. So that basically takes the cost of your order down to $125 right there because you're getting that free.
The Summer Breeze is $29 is what we sell it for.
Okay,
so
29. I was thinking 25. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It's it's you get all the currency with that, and you can use that for suntan, like you burn or something like that, or just you got bad knees or whatever. Obviously, very, very good free item.
It's great for bug bites too. If you don't want to go use like a chemical and you want to stay more all natural, it worked great on. I got buffalo gnats that eat me up one day, and they were worse than a regular mosquito bite at all, and kind of almost like a little bit like a bee sting. So they worked amazing on that for me. What I want to tell anybody, if you are not in the foreign currency game, just to let you know, I'm going to give you the low ball numbers on what we're hearing, that an Iraqi dinar, that it's looking at revaluing from 322 up per each dollar. Dong is looking at 2.25 up. We don't know. It's not all set yet. And on the Bolivar, that's kind of the dark horse. I'm going to give you the low end is if it even come in at 20 cents and you have a 1 million Bolivar, that means that 1 million Bolivar would be $200,000 to you. So did this order actually cost you anything?
Yeah. I mean, there's people that'll call me and do separate orders. They want to do 2 or 3 orders to take advantage of that. I would recommend calling me, and Trina has my number on the bottom. We had it on the bottom earlier, I think. but make sure and the number's right there too. The 612-816-3172.
I need to
Text me
throw
with
that up. I'm glad
questions.
you said that.
Yeah, text me with questions on there. And like order issues, always easier to text. But for orders, and making sure we go under Trina's page and questions for orders, give me a call at the number, and then email me too. I'm always around my email. I get emails all the time. So, hey, what should I take for this or this or this? We still have the chocolates in stock. She's paging through here. I'm looking. Those I'm guessing any day now those can get pulled because it's getting hot. It's been hot already. But yeah, and that the savings on those are nuts. And then yeah, we still have the same deals. The double size Miracle Gold is $95, 2 for $100 on the Miracle Gold. And then obviously water solubles we still have, but yeah, just continue to keep updated on this page because like I said, there's a couple new things coming down the road.
And on subscriptions, you have to call Evan. They're just too hard to do online. If you want to come
the
login
the login thing is tricky, and then making sure they get the card number saved. Does not save to me, it saves to their computer.
And the only thing about that, y'all, is yes, you have it coming every month, but if you're in the game that you want currency, you don't need to do that because it won't keep coming with your monthly subscriptions, will it, Evan?
Yep. No, you're correct.
So those are the specials for today, y'all, and they're really great. And I hope you get in on them. I'm going to pop that off there. And all the information's at the bottom of the screen. Evan, we appreciate you for jumping on here with us. And next week, we'll get to hear about new products, we hope.
24 hours before, or I guess 23 and a half before the special changes. So get those orders in under Trina's name or call me. I answer the phone at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever, if I'm around it. So call me anytime.
All right. Thank you, Evan. Have a great day.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
We'll see
Have a good
y'all
day.
tonight. Bye.